Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I want you guys to let me know how you like this type of reading, because I know I show the cards all the time. Sometimes I'll do a back screen and have it facing out towards the desk, but today I'm doing it this way, and if you like this way better, this is how I will continue to do the readings. Okay, so starting out, want to send all of you guys so much love and light. I am so proud of all of you guys for stepping out on your mission, on your life purpose. I want to shout out all of you guys who booked the Rosy Rose water, or ordered it, shall I say. Beautiful, mixed with herbs and crystals, and it's so great for your face, added to your beauty regimen. As well as the signed, seal, delivered. You guys have been buying the sigil candle, and so for those of you who resonate with light codes, downloads and light language, that is really important for you guys, because it also helps you take in the code, so you can look at sigils and also activate within. So it's easier for you to work with your gifts. It's easier for you to understand what spirit, divine source, God is communicating to you. Now, if you guys would like to book a session, whether Akashic, Reiki, past life, mediumship, that has been like my top booking this week, last week, mediumship based readings. Basically, if you want to connect with a passed on loved one, if you want to know about things that's happening in your immediate surroundings, it's just a channel through me, and my clients just are blown away how I just give names, details, specific events, how even their loved one looked, and their energy, what they say. You can check that out in the service section, in the on the website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. If you need to order the rose water, the sigil, the bundle of abundance candle pack, any crystal pack, herbs to help you with your spiritual gifts. And there is an option where it's called the Holy Grail, where you tell me what you need and I mix those herbs up for you, and you just order the herbal grail. All right. And so my Etsy shop handle is Chrissy Crystal Indigo. Now, for those of you who would like to donate to the channel, you can. I appreciate it. That information is below in the description box. You can also subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram, because I will be updating some information tonight on my IG story that's going to help you understand the energies within the collective and now what's happening. So what I need you to do is stare at each card selection. I've placed a crystal on each card selection. So we have my rose quartz pendulum, we have the prehnite crystal, we have the amethyst, and we have the tiger eye. So I want you to really tune in and see what card selection is for you, what pile selection is for you. And you might be drawn to two or more. Sometimes I'll go through a pile selection from one of my favorite, tarot YouTube channels, and I'll end up getting three, right? And so one cool thing you can do is, if you have your pendulum, you can place it in front of this screen and see where your yes is for the message that's for you. So these are important messages for you for this week from Spirit, Source, Divine. So if you have questions about love, if you have questions about your direction in life, or what's my purpose, this video is for you. So you can comment, like, share, subscribe below. So I'm going to move these piles out of the way, okay? And we're going to start with the rose quartz pile first, okay? So that's 419 timestamp. And the first deck, excuse me, I didn't kick the whole, there we go. The first card that we have out, I am using the Light Seers Tarot. And so with this, it talks about the Seven of Cups. Now, the reason I'm using the Light Seers Tarot, because I love it, because it has the light element and it has the dark element, right? And you need to figure out what element you're in, what energy are you in. So we're in the Seven of Cups first, right? And so with the Seven of Cups, let's see where you are with this pile. So the Light Seer, it says fantasies, choices, wishful thinking, the allure of temptation, on the path, needing to move forward without knowing the full picture, options, right? And so that's what the Seven of Cups talks about. And this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Now, if you are in your shadow side, it talks about feeling blocked by indecision, fear of making the wrong choice, overwhelmed. Now, where do your energy reside? And if you're more on the dark side, shadow seer side, you want to shift that energy, right? And you do this by grounding, meditating, getting your Reiki done, crystals, energy healing, however you need to do it to clear the energy. Because right now you're in that energy of, I have to make a decision, I have to make a choice, what's for me, right? And so now we're going to dive into the angels and ancestors spread. So look at this. We have Fire Guardian, okay? And so with Fire Guardian, it talks about ignite your passions. So this can resonate with the fire element, right? Ignite your passions. What is it that calls to your soul? And as you can see, this Fire Guardian is very magical, mystical, as the orb is between his hands, elevating energy back and forth, right? And so with the Fire Guardian, I'll read that for you just because I want you guys to have all of the good information. I'll sit this down for a second and I want you to meditate on that. How is that, resonating with your life right now, right? This deck is really amazing, and it just goes deep. It's just beautiful. All right, so with the Fire Guardian, it talks about connect with your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful, right? So the Fire Guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the Fire Guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you are reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit. So you are being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. If you are in a relationship, this card indicates a great spiritual and sexual connection. All right? And so another gift that comes up when you see this is pyromancy. So I want, if you were drawn to this pile, to look up pyromancy. And then what I want you to do is I want you to light a candle and I want you to stare into the flame and look at it through your third eye. And you tell me in the comment sections what visions you saw, because you may have the gift to see through flames, okay? That's what pyromancy is about. All right, so the Medicine Woman deck, you have 10 of Stones. So this is 10 of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, right? And so with the 10 of Stones, when we think about the Pentacles, it's the end all be all, right? That abundance, right? But when it's deeper and it's in the Medicine Woman deck where we go, towards the soul more, it talks about accept recognition. And so where in your life where you see that you're not giving yourself the recognition you deserve, right? We want to be appreciated. We want to be praised. We want people to acknowledge us. But when have we taken the time to acknowledge our own accomplishments, pat ourselves on the back, right? But this is saying with the 10 of Stones, abundance, when you appreciate what you have, when you appreciate what's in your immediate now, right here in the now, more comes to you. So even if, you know, you don't have a leader or somebody that's a whole team behind you, you can be your team, and you appreciating yourself will draw in others to show you that same amount of energy, okay? Now, with the romance angels, we have attraction, right? Still resonating with that fire energy. And so with that attraction, it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And so be in the here and now. Enjoy the moment fully. Stop and smell the roses. Be loving to yourself, okay? And so this is the advice that you're getting from Spirit. Like, spend a lot of time being your best friend, right? Now, in the Metatron Oracle deck, we have gold. It says cup of replenishment. So we can say that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, right? But I got the Metatron's deck because I wanted to, this is number 16. I wanted to, 1 and 6 is 7, okay, angel number. I wanted to connect with Archangel Metatron a lot more. I do have a Metatron's cube, and, you know, it helps, right? He helps. So it says, cup of replenishment. Oh my God. And you see the infinity sign at the top? You got twin flame energy everywhere, right? So here we go. This book is like huge, trying to like hold it together. Cup of replenishment. Are you in touch with your golden state that lies within? Right? This is the place of divine truth and light where your soul resides. As you prepare for initiations into Archangel Metatron's sacred circle of light, allow any heaviness to dissolve that prevents this. To be in Metatron's presence is to remember your wisdom, your power, and your holiness. No more playing small. You are here to shine and to excel at anything you choose to do. Through adversity, you also can grow and evolve to reach a more enlightened and fruitful place of being. Okay? So know that even with the 10 of stones that came out, your cup will runneth over, right? And as we were talking about that, the timer said 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is beautiful energy. So if you chose pile 1, that is your message. We're going to go ahead to pile 2. All right? So if you chose the pre-night crystal, all right, this is your reading. So you got the Queen of Wands starting out. So Aries, Leo, Sag, right? And so we already know this is fire element. Fire element. So got to get on the good foot. Okay, here we go. So with the Queen of Wands, this is talking about in the light seer's energy, creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy, bold expression, helping others. Are you build your queendom power, right? And then in the shadow seer side, we have jealousy, being afraid to take a risk, not being totally honest with yourself, an optimal time to build your self-confidence and to let go of what other people think, waning passions, right? And so your affirmation should be, I feel my world with intense light that connects and excites passion, right? And so with that Queen of Wands energy, we all know when we see that Queen of Wands, it's so spiritual. It's like you have, you know, many gifts, can communicate with animals, etc. when you look at the Queen of Wands in the Rider-Waite Tarot, right? And so this is beautiful, right? And you see like the light that's within the palm of her hand, right? So energy healing, Reiki healing. In the angels and ancestors, we have drum, okay? We have drum. So we're going to dive into that. Now make sure you write all of this stuff down because it's very important. I don't want to go through the index, right? So it says dreams and journey. So some of you guys may have the gift of shape-shifting, or may have shamanism in your lineage. So like you can do these amazing things in regards to shape-shifting, transforming yourself, transmuting energy, and just having shamanism abilities, right? And so it says, journey in which to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path, then follow the guidance. In shamanic traditions in all four corners of the world, the drum is recognized as the main tool used by medicine men and women to direct their will and meditation. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that can allow them to journey to the spiritual realms and meet their guides. When the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring an inner vision into reality, okay? It says you are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother's Earth heartbeat, has cleared. The cobwebs and dust from your inner vision, what you have seen in your dreams and inner vision, is not imagination but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true, know it, and live it. And so I tell all you guys on the channel to keep a dream journal by your bed. So when you wake up, you write all the details down before they slip past your mind. And you know the ones where you don't write them down and you remember every detail, that's very significant, okay? Now we're going to dive into the Medicine Woman's card. We have the Hangman. This is vision. And so we all know what the Hangman represents, right? And so that is number 12. Break that down. That's a 3, right? And so with the Hangman in vision, see things through Spirit's eyes. Don't see things from a 3D aspect, especially when you're dealing with, divine counterpart connections, or you're on your soul path mission. Gotta stay focused, okay? And so I'm reading all of this to you guys today so you can get all the information. And so with vision, it says, take a complete time out. You are going to see yourself and your life in a whole new way. Do not do anything until you do. A great inspiration is coming. So not only did you get the drum where it's dream and journey, but you have a vision, right, where there's some great inspiration on the horizon, all right? In the Romance Angels, we have separation in reverse. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And so if you have been in separation or been at odds with your, divine counterpart, soulmate, life partner, however it resonates, know that this is being transformed, all right? It's being turned around for you. And you guys know, you can go back to all my videos. I rarely, if ever, maybe once or twice, done a reversal. But this here, it was like, keep it, keep it, keep it. And I was like, okay. And so if you are experiencing separation, know that that is turning around. Now, for Archangel Metatron, you got 2 cards. The first is Inner Child, number 36. It says, hear and know me, right? So I'll read that information for you, okay? And it says, hold on. All right. It says, stop for a moment. Someone is calling and you have drowned out their cries for long enough. This is the voice of your inner child, often ignored and sometimes unknown, neglected, or pushed aside. All right? And so it says, maybe you don't recognize their voice, or maybe it's familiar, but you haven't had time to fully listen to it lately. Your child lives within you, a presence that is like a hologram that has imprinted within it every experience, thought, belief, and desire from your childhood. All the times you laughed, all the times you cried, and everything in between, the times you sang freely and the times you felt unheard. He or she sits within your heart. Is your door to them closed or open? Today you are asked to open that door and allow your inner child to come forward at an age and time when they wish to reveal themselves to you. It is safe to do so. What age are you taken back to, and how do they look today? Okay, so about that inner child workings, right? Sometimes we get triggered when things come up that we went through with our parents, our siblings, etc., and you notice how it hits a heartstring and you begin to tear up. You know, that's your inner child calling out. Where do I need to go back, and in what age, so I can mend that heart, right? Make sure, you know, the adult me takes care of the child that's within me, of my inner child that's within me, if it makes sense, okay? Next card, Ancestors, Appreciation and Healing, number 34, 3 and 4 is 7, okay? So we'll dive to 34. And it says, our ancestors live on through us and within us, okay? So it says, now is the time to remember where you have come from and what you may have inherited via your DNA. Genetic memories, patterns, behaviors, always remembering that our ancestors did the best they could with what they knew at the time and the circumstances in which they lived their lives. Those on the other side of the veil often stand with us waiting for forgiveness, acknowledgement, and freedom from pain that they were not able to clear while alive. Freeing them frees us. Healing is not limited to any one time, place, and event. It affects our far-reaching and across many realms of existence. Archangel Metatron, who has been in existence since the earth was created, has seen everything that has happened to you and your family, including members you've never met, going back generations after generations. Repetitive issues or circumstances seem to play out again and again in families: poverty, alcoholism, infidelity, broken marriages, failed businesses. We have to heal the ancestors too, and with Metatron's help, you can do this by taking that healing back through the family line and then forward to the future generations where DNA has been cleaned and the memories of the past challenges replaced by optimistic strands to be planted in new fertile lives. Think about what needs healing in your family line today and bring this to the light for clearing. Now, I'm going to talk to you about this. So there are ancestral healings that you can do to heal your ancestral lineage, right? And it is true, if you look at every one of your, say if your mama had 7 sisters, if you look at every one of those 7 sisters, you'll see a common denominator of something that happens within each family household, right? So say, for example, my mom, right? And her sisters, my grandmother, which was her mother, and her sisters, majority, they neglected their children needs, wants, and it was all about the male. It was all about their man. The child didn't have any rights or say so. And so we get into my generation and I see the same repeated pattern with my mama, right? And so I remember saying one day, I was 16 years old, I don't care where I gotta go. Anywhere is better than here, right? And it was the same, repeated cycle. Fast forward to now that we're all on the journey, I begin to see the cycle. And so when me and my mama finally had that conversation about that, it was like the weight of the world was lifted up. And the communication was, I didn't know how to love you because I never was shown that. And immediately I forgave her. Immediately. You're right. If you were never taught, how could you show me? Right? And if you were always shown that the man is more important than the child, why would you think I was any importance? right? And so when you heal that, and that's when my grandmother started coming to me in the 5D, speaking through my heart, and boldly I told her sisters what was communicated, and they were shocked because they were saying, "How could you have known this type of information, and you wasn't even thought of yet?" And they are happy because through me and the conversations that I give to them and that I tell them, it's accurate. I wasn't born in the 70s, right? I came around in the 80s. So this is something that really blows their mind. And I remember getting some healing for myself, and I asked, "Can you do an ancestral healing for my lineage?" And Lord and behold, my mom and some of her other sisters do not speak at all. And miraculously, they just started talking. Like one got in an accident, one was rushed to the hospital, and then they just all started talking, all started communicating. There was one sister where she swore to the dirt that she would never speak to. And in my head, I'm like, I know why. But it's beautiful to do that ancestral healing for the lineage. And if you guys are interested in that or have questions about that, email me in my the information is in my description box. Because once you heal that, I'm telling you, going forward, you speak it into existence, this will not happen in our generation going forward. And for my group of us that are all cousins, it's not happening. It's not happening, right? So sorry for the long rant, but I felt someone needed to hear that. Now we're going to dive into the amethyst pile. So if you chose this crystal here, let's start with your reading. Let me know if you like this way of, doing doing readings on the channel. Okay, so for your first card, we have the Devil. All right, we have the Devil, and it's not like that. Guys are like, "Oh man, why did I have to get the Devil?" Like, it's just, I might as well turn the computer off. No, guys, like the Devil isn't always bad. Okay, depending on how you look at it. Okay, and this is number 15. 1 and 5 is 6. All right, so the Light Seer. Vices, the grip of addiction, a need for liberation, healthy versus unhealthy, sexuality, materialism, the healing found in darkness, delving into your shadow self, being trapped in your own stories, manipulation, lying to yourself, temptation. Shadow Seer, release, freedom from addiction, on the cusp of a breakthrough, liberation, not wanting to see your own role in a negative circumstance, realizing that you are giving your power away, feeling helpless, breaking the chains, right? And so when we talk about that Devil card, or this Devil card, right, it talks about temptation. When you think of it in the Rider-Waite deck, you see two divine counterparts chained at the Devil's feet, and it's that karmic energy. And so here we need to release. Here, we need to not give into temptation, because if you look at him, he has one hand behind his back and he's reaching out with the other, but his eyes, you see that? Pulling you in, right? So we as spiritual beings, whether light worker, star seed, shaman, witch, however we resonate, indigos, we have to know what's for us and what's not for us. Move with integrity, right? And so me and my soul sister was at a store the other day, my spiritual brother's shop, and there was a woman who was already in the shop, and the second I walked in, I was like, oh, like, man, that's how I pick up energy, whether nasty, dirty, dark, light, beautiful, whatever, I pick it up. And I was like, man, like my crown chakra started hurting, so I went and I walked away from her, and I immediately gave her like a nasty look, like she wasn't looking, but I was like, like, how dare you? And the minute she left out the shop, she walked past me, and my soul sister starts to see me I start to, and when she walked past me, I start to go in circles as if I was about to fall on the floor. And she said she saw me grab my side and she saw me stumble. And I say, yeah, because whatever she is, like it's too much for me. And so my spiritual brother said, you supposed to shut that off. You supposed to shut that off. I'm like, I protected myself. I brought the white light. And he was like, you supposed to know how to protect that. So that's one thing. Again, we've all been on our journey, my soul tribe, 3 years in now. And I'm not an expert. I'm still on the journey learning like you guys. It's just, I'm just on the express program. And I want to learn how to just put up a big wall so where that doesn't happen to me, because I could have face planted. But again, that goes back to acknowledging when that situation arises again, I'm just going to beam a bold, bright white light around my aura and see if they like that feeling, right? Not being manipulative or anything or malicious, but you're not going to like zap me and put me, in a, concussion, because I was almost about to hit the floor. And we are reminded with this, don't give into temptation, protect ourselves, protect our energy, and watch the eyes. The eyes are the seat of the soul. Gary Zukov, check that book out, Seat of the Soul, okay? In the angels and ancestors, we have wise one, grow within your current situation. Beautiful, wise one, grow within your current situation. All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm just gonna look at the index because me flipping through here, y'all getting in the mood and be wanting to hear the information. I know how y'all are. Let me just speed this up. Like, come on. So 88, beautiful. A lot of you divine counterparts may be seeing those 8s. All right, so with the wise woman, here we go, or the wise one, it says grow within your current situation. It says knuckle down, be reliable and committed, be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. Here we go. The wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess, because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you, wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders, okay? The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you are working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Beautiful. Okay. You got another card. We have the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. So some of you may have the gift to, it's called mirror gazing, I think. Or even just being able to scry in general. So I'm trying to see. Got the magic. And you let me know if that's one of your gifts. Don't be shy. So with the Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. It says, take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The mirror guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength, beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the mirror guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surrounded so many challenges. No, you are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. Okay? Let me know how this is resonating for you. The Medicine Woman deck, you have the exemplar of the arrows. Okay, so this would be, I believe arrows is swords. Let's take a look at that. Arrows should be swords. Let me see if I'm right. Yep, I am right. All right, so with the exemplar, it says, your stories transform the world. Your stories transform the world. So you may be writing a book, you may be doing a podcast, you may be starting your YouTube channel, but what Spirit is guiding you to do is tell your story, because they will change the world, okay? In the Romance Angels, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is the romance of a lifetime. So even if you're going through the ringer right now, even if you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, you're being divinely guided. You're being, supported within your connection. And if you are single, this is what's coming to you, okay? Now, in the Archangel Metatron, we have orange, number 24, that breaks down to a 6, connection and attunement. Connection and attunement, all right? So let's dive into that. That was number 24. Here we go. So it says, pulling this card is asking you to listen to Metatron's voice, speaking directly to you here. Can you feel my joy? Can you feel my majesty? And can you feel me all around you in the simplest, most complex things? I am Archangel Metatron. I am not a stranger to any of you. I have been around each of you since the moment of birth and will be with you in this life till your moment of passing to whence you came. And yes, I am with you in the void between lifetimes as well. So if you pick this pile, you are being called to communicate with Archangel Metatron. You're also being called to work with the purple flame. So Germain, the Saint Germain, the violet flame, right? And there's meditations on YouTube for that. Attunement, connection. Like for you specifically, you really need to look into Reiki. So when you're getting certified for Reiki, you have to go through an attunement, right? And so with this, it's very important that you really take this serious, because this is a part of, your life purpose, your mission, and then I'm getting real energy like in my arm as I'm saying it. And so this is very important. Email me below. What is Reiki about? Like, how does it help? Reiki can do wonders. So for example, for those who are diagnosed with PTSD, for example, it really can clear some of that energy. For those of you who suffer with depression, for those of you who suffer with a disconnection with your divine counterpart, where you're feeling their energy, but everything is out of alignment, it helps with that as well. It helps cool it down, especially if you guys are in separation. It does a lot of things. It realigns your chakras, and you really feel different. Like when you get up from the massage table, you literally can feel air running through your ears. You hear everything. You're so open, and it's such a beautiful experience, okay? So that is the messages from Spirit to you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment sections. Now, we're going to dive into the Tiger's Eye pile. So, if you chose the Tiger Eye, right? Let's dive in. So, the first card out is the Five of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But look how she's sitting in, you know, in the sand or wherever, the sand where she is. It's just like, I'm just looking, you know, what's happening for me, right? And she's just like wondering, right? 5 talks about changes, and this deals with changes within your emotions. We're dealing with cups, okay? And so with the light seer, let's dive in for you guys and see what we got. And again, like, for all of you who tune into the channel, listen, don't be afraid. I know sometimes, you know, there are people that have their YouTube channels and they scam and scheme and don't come through for their clients and use this as a way of, you know, making their own income for their, you know, for themselves. And I get it. I was scammed from a well-known YouTube person, and she's still like doing readings, got 15,000 views. And it's like, okay, but where's my money that you conned me out of 2 months ago? I mean, almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in September coming up, actually. And I booked an $80 reading, right? Wrote to her, not only me, I saw others on Instagram in her comment section. She was deleting their comment section so people wouldn't see what, you know, that they were putting her on blast. And I was like, don't even worry about it, guys. Like, you know, Spirit, Source, Divine is definitely going to take care of her. And, you know, when people do things like that, when you manipulate and use your gifts for dark, where it really screws others over, you have to answer to that. So just want you to know, with me, it's solid. You book me, you'll get your, you know, session. You order something, you'll get your product delivered. And I just want you to be reassured. All right, so with the Five of Cups, the light seer side, it says grieving, delusion, disappointment, betrayal, bitterness, wallowing, self-pity can signify a broken heart. Shadow seer, it says not letting go of past trauma, crying over spilled milk, rooting deeply into shadow work without healing and letting go, old stories that become a part of you, collusiveness, becoming jaded, right? And so you want to transmute that energy. And I know for me, sometimes that could be very difficult as of late, ever since we started the, you know, age of Aquarius energy. It's like, oh man, like I have to get extra Reiki sessions, and, you know, I have to go to get the wham bam, thank you ma'am, from my type of, you know, mentors and, you know, Reiki practitioners, because I need that strong stuff, right? And, you know, with this, it's just about transmuting your energy, not focusing on what's lost, not focusing on what isn't working, but actually standing up in your power, in your divine feminine power, in your divine masculine power. And as I'm speaking, you know, this to you, you see the change in my voice. My heart chakra is like blasting open. And so that's been happening a lot lately, where we need to make sure that our divine masculine and our divine feminine energy is balanced. So I'll help you guys out with that. I have Goddess Isis incantations, which you speak these incantations and or enchantments, and, you know, you feel the energy being healed and removed, you know, etc. So in the angels and ancestors, you have the guardian angel. Look at that, beautiful, the guardian angel, okay? And then it says, you are not alone. So for those of you who picked this pile, you know, you've been feeling alone, like it's just you against the world. It's like, why is this spiritual journey so lonely? Or, you know, why can't I get those to reciprocate for me the way I reciprocate for them, right? So 4 is on the timer when I said that. And so they want you to know that you're not alone, that anytime you see feathers, anytime you see, you know, sacred geometry, like you're reminded that they're with you, okay? So it says, watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Wow. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The guardian angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the guardian angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life or this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestors guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good, okay? Now, in the medicine woman deck, we have 8 of bowls. Look at that. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We have 8 of cups, all right? And so with the 8 of bowls, it talks about journey toward the divine in all. This card came out yesterday. You may want to check that reading out. Journey towards the divine in all. So with this card coming out and you see the both of them together, only clarifying that, you know, your divine counterpart, whether it be twin flame, soulmate, you know, life partner, however they resonate with you spiritually, it's journey towards the divine in all. And so even on your journey, see the divine in all, right? And so I am challenging all of us going forward from this day to not react immediately when we get triggered or when we're in certain situations, but immediately transmute that energy. And if you don't know how to transmute energy, like, you can email me, I'll tell you a simple way of how to do it. You basically, wherever you feel that uncomfortability, right? You go into your heart space and you fill it up with so much beautiful love and you push it out towards wherever that niggly kind of icky feeling you have and blast it in that area, and you will see, like, you will sense an immediate different vibration, right? And so if you're just transmuting energy, you can transmute energy from others as well. This is beautiful. Now, in the romance angels, we have honeymoon, all right? We have honeymoon. And so it says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So again, a lot of beautiful things are on the horizon. Remember, self-love, taking care of you. Think of that 9 of Pentacles, that Empress energy at this moment. Aries season, it's a fire sign. So things are very, you know, push forward. Got to get on the good foot. Got to release things that's not, you know, serving me. Whatever I'm trying to bring into fruition is happening for me now. You have to think like that. My soulmate is already here and we are evolving. We are you know, upgrading to a whole new level, ascending to a whole new level, right? And the Archangel Metatron's card, we have blue. It says Madonna and mothering, number 29. 2 and 9 is 11, right? See that? 29, okay. So let's dive into that. So it says, the number 2 and 9, guys, you won't believe this. The number 2 and 9 makes 11, a master number. It says linking to the divine feminine energy that is here with you now, okay? So it says, the blue Madonna stands in her own blue ray, silent, strong, emitting the energy of calm and stillness. It does not matter what is going on around you or what needs to be done or acted upon. All that she is concerned about is to offer as a resting place. She sits within our hearts, offering guidance, support, love, and to be held in her embrace. Here, there is no place for worry or stress, just peace and being at one with wider universe. The star above her head reminds you of the star above your own, the divine light above you that is always lighting your way and is there for the duration of your stay on planet Earth. She's a wise teacher, knowing that all answers lie within, and she reminds you of that simple fact without judgment or aspiration for all you have sought outside yourself. There is so much wisdom and insight in her heart that she sends surplus sparkling white light upward with cupped hands to whomever needs it. Nothing can rock her or alter her own sense of herself and the world around her. Okay? So this is asking you to step into that divine feminine energy. And even for divine masculines, if you're watching this, tap into your divine feminine energy. Okay? This is so important. Now, for those of you who like this style of reading, let me know, and this is how I will do the readings going forward. But for the rest of you, again, check out my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. Read out, all the services I have, whether past life, Reiki, Akashic records, mediumship. Read all of the information and get an idea of why it's so important that you guys get these services done for yourself, or get these procedures done for yourself. And I don't even want to say procedures, or the spiritual support that you need, right? And so it helps along your journey. It helps you to understand more. And for the Etsy shop, make sure you check out the crystal packs, Air of Abundance, the Full Moon Manifestation, Rose Water, the Essie's Eyes, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, the sigils, the Bundle of Abundance. Guys, it's not getting any slower. The momentum is gaining every day. We're feeling all of these different crown chakra, heart chakra, sacral chakra energies, and we're being gifted gifts by the pound, I want to say. So when you're feeling all of that, and a lot of you who have been following me since the beginning, they will tell you I did not do mediumship based readings, but when they saw me get on that live and answer every single person who was on that live that night, their questions, and how the person responded to what I was telling them, I don't know, like I have people, from all over the country that's tuned in when I go on live. I had somebody in there from Bangkok. And so to be able to do that and in front of them, it's beautiful. And I'm sharing my gifts with you, but not only that, I'm helping you evolve into your gifts and be strong within your gifts and your faith and who you are. And a lot of you are still in the spiritual closet, and I'm telling you, it's okay. Get out and be proud, all right? And I'm sending you guys so much love and light. I'll talk to you